They've got sky-high crime, busted budgets, hate groups multiplying, and schools barely treading water, yet somehow they still want new neighbors. Well, black folks got the message, packed up, and said, "Not today, Satan." Welcome to the 10 U.S. states falling apart in 2025, and why black people are turning the page. This isn't just a list, it's your wake-up call. These states are serving up failing roads, hostile vibes, and empty promises, then wondering why nobody's sticking around. Meanwhile, black Americans are choosing peace over potholes, dignity over dysfunction, and taking the nearest exit when the writing's on the wall. Political train wrecks with eviction notice energy. The wildest part? These are places where systems aren't just broken, they're imploding, and officials still can't see why the black population keeps shrinking. Spoiler, it's not about the weather. In this countdown, we're unpacking the top 10 states black people aren't moving to anymore. The ones where the welcome sign is faded and the U-Hauls stay busy. Strap in, because what you're about to hear will make you rethink your relocation plans. If you're considering a move, hit that like button and keep watching. This could save you from your worst decision of 2025. Number 10, Kentucky. Kentucky has more than bourbon headaches and horse races, it's been stuck in reverse for years. The bluegrass state ranks 48th in education, 46th in overall health, and can't seem to patch its roads or its politics. Lexington and Louisville may look good on Instagram, but step outside the city and you'll see small towns where hope left before the last coal job did. Crime in Louisville? One of the highest violent crime rates in the country for its size. That's not a statistic, it's a warning. State leaders think a new basketball arena will fix everything. But black families, many with roots going back generations, are quietly moving out. They're tired of homes that flood, neighborhoods waiting years for repairs, and promises that evaporate after Election Day. Let's talk schools. Over 75% of Louisville's black students attend under-resourced public schools, many on academic probation. Teachers are underpaid and overworked, fleeing to states that treat them like professionals. Parents are stuck juggling 2 jobs with no reliable childcare, while schools are held together with hope and hand-me-downs. Healthcare? The maternal death rate for black women is 3 times higher than for white women. In 2025. In America. How do you build wealth when your house value drops every year, jobs are scarce, and the closest hospital is 40 minutes away? Tourism's sliding too. Locals can't afford to live in the neighborhoods they built, while public funds go to downtown stadiums and convention centers. The real question, who's left to clean up Kentucky's mess? More and more black folks are saying, love the food, love the music, but I love my sanity more. Y'all can keep it. Number 9, Alabama. Alabama didn't just miss the train, it's building a station at the wrong stop. Ranked dead last in healthcare, 49th in economic opportunity, and near the bottom in child well-being. Black Alabamians have carried this state for centuries, but when people start leaving, you know things are past broken. Numbers don't lie, nearly 29% of Alabama's population is black, but these communities are the most underfunded, underinsured, and oversurveilled. Take Birmingham, water crises, underfunded schools, and entire neighborhoods left off city repair lists. Public education is a train wreck. Alabama sits at 45th in K-12 performance, with teacher shortages so bad that some schools run on substitutes all year. That's not education, it's babysitting with homework. The economy? Median black household income sits at about $43,000, a cool $17,000 below the national median. Want a business loan? Good luck if your zip code is 90% black. Health outcomes are dire. Alabama's infant mortality rate is one of the highest in the U.S., and black women are twice as likely to die from pregnancy-related causes as white women. So what do you do when you can't trust the water, the schools, or the hospitals? Black families are choosing something else: mobility, health, and freedom. Alabama birthed the civil rights movement. But now, a new movement says, we're not sacrificing our future here anymore. While the state clings to the past, black folks are choosing places where progress isn't just a campaign slogan. Number 8, Iowa. Iowa isn't just shrinking, it's disappearing like an old barn in a windstorm. Once a manufacturing and farming stronghold, now it leads the country in population decline. Between 2010 and 2020, Iowa lost over 50,000 residents, and the exodus continues. Black families never migrated here in large numbers, and now they're avoiding it like a tornado warning. The state is 91% white. Median income? Just $52,000, almost $19,000 below the national average. Nearly 1 out of 6 Iowans live below the poverty line. Groceries are expensive thanks to rural isolation, and public transit is almost non-existent unless you're up for walking down a gravel road for miles. Healthcare? Ranked 44th, rural hospitals are closing, and mental health services are a ghost town. Iowa also ranks 47th in K-12 education. Teacher shortages are so severe that some districts fill full-time jobs with uncredentialed staff. Add a political climate obsessed with restricting books and limiting curriculum, and you've got a state where black families would rather watch from afar than try to fit in. It's not about the cornfields, it's about the uphill struggle. Iowa is stuck in the past, and black Americans are focused on the future. Number 7, Tennessee. Tennessee likes to brag about music, food, and low taxes. But look closer, rising crime, failing schools, rural poverty, and racial tension are hard to hide. The state ranks 43rd in education, 48th in healthcare. Memphis, once a beacon of black culture, now struggles with one of the highest homicide rates in the nation for its size. Nearly 17% of Tennessee is black, but equity in housing, health, and opportunity is a pipe dream. Neighborhoods are either ignored or gentrified out of existence. The legislature rejected Medicaid expansion, and investment in underserved communities is a joke. Tennessee ranked in the top 10 for active hate groups in 2024, according to civil rights organizations. Even nice suburbs are heavily policed and culturally cold. Education policy? The state banned AP African American Studies in high schools to avoid controversy. The economy? Median black household income, $40,000. Basic services, transit, housing, high-speed internet, are unreliable outside the city. Tennessee wants black people to visit, but not to stay, not to lead. Black families are moving to states where they can build without paying a price in peace. Number 6, Ohio. Ohio is always in the headlines for the wrong reasons. It's the birthplace of great activists, but in 2025, it feels like the state is regressing. Ohio ranks 44th in education, 39th in healthcare, and has one of the highest incarceration rates in the country. Cleveland, once a black middle-class powerhouse, now sees families leaving for better schools, less crime, and economic hope. Median black income, $38,000, while white families average $61,000. Public schools in black neighborhoods are underfunded, with teacher shortages and low test scores. Buses don't run on time, if at all. Rural hospitals close every year, and black maternal mortality is nearly triple the state average. How long do you stay in a place that celebrates black culture in February, but ignores black needs the rest of the year? More black families are heading to states with better options and less friction. You can't build on nostalgia, you can't raise kids where opportunity is rationed. Number 5, South Carolina. South Carolina sells itself as palmettos and hospitality, but the cracks show fast. SC ranks 41st in education, 40th in healthcare, and 42nd in infrastructure. Charleston, once a hub of black heritage, is being gentrified out of its own history. Median home price in Charleston? Over $490,000. Median black household income statewide? $41,000. Tourism dollars flow in, but investment in black neighborhoods doesn't. Criminal justice? Black South Carolinians are 2.7 times more likely to be arrested for marijuana, despite similar usage. It's a right-to-work state, meaning low wages and weak worker protections. Would you raise your family somewhere that erases black history, commodifies black culture, and debates black futures every session? Black families are heading for states where opportunity is more than just a sales pitch. Number 4, Nebraska. Nebraska may have clean roads and friendly slogans, but for black families, it's often a cold shoulder. Ranked 42nd in education, 37th in healthcare, and falling behind on inclusion. Omaha's black neighborhoods watch schools, jobs, and services evaporate while developers cash in. Median black income, $36,000. White median, $60,000. Housing discrimination is real. Hate groups operate openly, and the state legislature is more interested in banning books than closing the racial wealth gap. Opportunity zones? More like opportunity for developers, not for families. So why stay? When your history is erased and your future is discounted, the smart move is to find a better place to plant roots. Number 3, Missouri. Missouri is a state in perpetual identity crisis, part Midwest, part South, all dysfunction. St. Louis leads the country in violent crime, population decline, and housing instability. The city's black population dropped from 50% to 43% in the last decade. Schools failing, jobs disappearing, neighborhoods gentrified. Kansas City? Same story. Developers buy up property, schools are under siege, and black communities are left behind. Rural Missouri? Confederate flags and outsider vibes. Black people make up 12% of Missouri, but nearly 38% of its prison population. Ferguson's lessons didn't stick. Black families are no longer waiting for Missouri to get it together, they're moving on. Number 2, Oklahoma. Oklahoma is collapsing in real time, with leaders hiding behind political theater. Ranked 45th in education, 47th in healthcare, and near the bottom in public safety. Black Oklahomans are only 8% of the population, but nearly a third of prison inmates. Marijuana is legal, but black people are still arrested at 5 times the rate of whites. Tulsa's Greenwood District, once Black Wall Street, is still waiting for real reparations. Lawmakers ban books, censor classrooms, and erase black history. Median black income, $37,000. White income, $59,000. Housing costs are rising, natural disasters are common, and the future feels more uncertain every year. Black families are choosing dignity over disaster. Number 1, Florida. Florida used to be a dream, now it's a warning sign. The state is ground zero for culture wars, DEI programs cut, black history education slashed, and book bans are routine. Florida ranks 47th in affordability, 45th in mental health access, and has one of the highest income gaps nationwide. Median rent in Miami, $2,500. Median black income statewide, $41,000. Even former black professional hubs like Orlando and Tampa are unaffordable. Hate group activity is high, and daily life can feel tense and unwelcoming. Healthcare is a mess, black maternal mortality is sky high, and privatization has made basic services rare and expensive. The free state? Not for everyone. Florida is unraveling, and black families are choosing peace over palm trees. Conclusion. There you have it, the 10 states black Americans are avoiding in 2025. These aren't just struggling, they're in freefall. For black Americans chasing peace, progress, and prosperity, leaving these states isn't just emotional, it's strategic. Because life's too short to fight for basics like safety, respect, and opportunity. Are you from one of these states? Did you leave, or are you planning to? What's the vibe where you are? Is it building black futures or breaking them down? Drop your experience in the comments. And while you're here, hit like, subscribe, and share this with anyone considering a move. This is Virtual Travel by Brian, keeping it honest, direct, and rooted in reality.